Because his family's corporation went bankrupt, the man had no choice but to follow the marriage contract. He was forced to marry a rural girl 10 years older than him. Unexpectedly, just as the man arrived in the countryside, he saw his fiancée driving a tractor to welcome him. Soon after, the two returned home. Seeing the handsome man, the girl's mother, Linda, was very satisfied, and she planned to give him a gift. The man originally intended to decline, but the girl pulled him into the warehouse. Only then did the man realize that the gift Linda prepared was actually a luxury car worth $1 million. Seeing this brand new sports car, the man began to doubt. After all, the girl's family seemed very ordinary. How could they possibly own such an expensive car? Little did he know that the girl's family was not an ordinary rural family. She owned hundreds of thousands of hectares of land, and also hundreds of thousands of cattle and sheep. Yes, the low-profile girl's family was actually the richest in the region. They hid their identity only to help the girl find true love. Not long ago, Linda held a meeting with the villagers, hoping to marry the girl off soon, but the village chief felt trouble. When the girl was young, he had arranged more than a dozen marriage contracts for her. But when those families heard she lived in the countryside, they all chose to cancel the engagement. Now, only the man's family was still willing to proceed. After hearing this, Linda decided to let her daughter meet the man first. But the girl refused her mother. She wanted to decide her own marriage. However, after seeing the man's photo, she changed her mind, simply because the man was extremely handsome. So, she decided to give him a chance. In fact, the man performed exceptionally well. As soon as he arrived in the countryside, he rushed to do the hardest work. The girl felt distressed when she saw this, but the man didn't mind at all. When he learned the girl wanted to sell pomegranates online, he intentionally wore funny clothes to help her gain popularity. Just like that, the man earned everyone's approval. Linda happily said she would prepare the wedding as soon as possible, but the man refused when he heard this. It turned out that ever since his corporation went bankrupt, he had felt extremely inferior. He believed he didn't deserve such an outstanding girl. The girl was very angry when she found out. She didn't care whether the man had money. She only cared about his character. Under the girl's insistence, the man finally stopped struggling with it. They decided to hold the wedding in 2 days. Meanwhile, the man's ex-girlfriend Linda also arrived here. It turned out Linda had accidentally learned the richest family's address. To secure a partnership with the richest family, she came here with Jack. Coincidentally, they ran into the man and the girl. Linda mocked the man the moment she saw him, saying his taste was terrible for choosing to be with a rural girl. The man became furious when he saw Linda, because if not for Linda's scheme, his family would never have gone bankrupt. But Linda argued that everything was the man's own fault. If he had agreed to be with her back then, things would never have turned out like this. The girl didn't want to waste time with them. She warned them never to bully the man again. Then she left, planning to prepare for the wedding. However, Linda was unwilling to let them go so easily. To get revenge on the man, she decided to sabotage their wedding. Soon, the wedding day arrived. At the wedding, the girl intended to confess her true identity to the man. But at that moment, Jack and Linda barged in. They mocked the wedding for being too shabby, saying the man couldn't even afford a bride price. But the girl said she didn't care about the bride price at all, because she had already prepared a dowry worth hundreds of millions. Linda thought the girl was joking, but the next second, the girl took out hundreds of gold bars and valuable jewelry.